Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, my name is Denisi with student number A1B2230X6. So I will to continue the material about context and inference. So this is about information structure. Information structure refers to how speakers organize their sentence based on what they think their listener already know and what they need to introduce as new information. In simple terms, when people speak or write, they pack their sentence in a way that helps their listener follow along easily. Right. One of the most important distinction in information structure in between given information the listener already knows or can guess, and new information the listener is hearing for the first time. But information status are of nominals. In English, distinguishes whether a piece of information is already known to the listener or is being introduced for the first time is often done through nominals. Now and their nominals. A common way to indicate this is by using definite articles the to refer to something known or identifiable, and indicative articles a or an to introduce new information. Compare from example, I'm going to the party. The speaker assumes that the listener knows which party is being referred to. And B, I'm going to a party. The speaker is introducing new information, meaning the listener does not yet know which party is being referred to. And nominals introduced in conversation. The new information introduced with an indefinite articles a or an. For example, I'm going to a party tonight. Afterwards, the same information can be mentioned again using the definite article the because the listener already knows what it means. For example, the party starts at 11. If the information is already very clear in the conversation, it can be replaced with a pronoun such as it. For example, the party starts at 11 and it will go on for hours. Okay, and then about givenness hierarchy, candle at L1993. The givenness hierarchy is a model in linguistics that shows how information in a sentence is categorized based on their level of clarity or familiar in the listener's mind. From most given, already known, to most new, the hierarchy is as follows. Given hierarchy, in focus, to activate familiar, uniquely identifiable, it and that this and to that to the end, and then For example, given a hierarchy which the refer nominal in bold from most new to most given, already known, the hierarchy is as follows. Familiarity levels, type invariables, most new. Sentence is like a dog next door keep me awake. First time not mentioning this dog. And familiar level is referential. Okay. The focus, the part of sentence highlight to show what's new, contrasting, how it's work. In English, use stress or word order. Henry College, the chicken. Okay, and the next is topic. Topic, the state of the sentence, what it is. The main idea a sentence is about, usually all information that share the sense. How it works. In English, use phrase like ask for, but really, as for the referendum, it's a foregone conclusion. Information structure affects comprehension. The core idea, information structure, how we organize given versus new info, directly determines whether a message is clear or confusing. And then about inference. What is inference? So inference is like connecting the dots in a conversation. When speakers don't spell everything out, listeners use context and common sense to fill in the gaps. For example, Sarah adopted a puppy. She wet her shoes. Each puppy. Types of inference. Number one is anaphora. Alright. For example, John bought a pizza. He ate in all. It's all. John, ate pizza. No confusion. And about conversational implicator. According to Paul Grace, he argued that conversation implicator is when the speakers and listener cooperatively use inference in communication. And four main principles by Gore are follow. The maximum of quality, like don't say what you believe is self, and don't say that's for which you lack adequate evidence. And the max of quantity makes your contribution as informative as is required. Do not make your contribution more effective than is required. And then the third is the maximum of reference. Make your contribution reference. And the fourth is the maximum of manner. Avoid ambiguity, avoid obscurity, be brief, and be orderly. Alright, and then about generalizing the great maxim. Principle and irreprinciple. One way to simply is to combine the principle into two broad principles. The key principle, this combines the quantity principle and some aspect of the manner principle. And the air principle, this focus on efficiency in communication. It includes the referent principle and some aspect of the manner principle. And then about generalizing the Green's maxims. The air principle also helps explain why longer sentences can have different meanings from shorter sentences, even though they appear similar. And about relevance theory. Reference theory is an approach developed by experts named Speber and Wilson in 1999. It attempts to identify the extent the principles proposed by Gray about communication, while Gray emphasizes the importance of the cooperation principle in conversation. Relevance theory focuses on how people seek and provide information that is relevant in given context. About preparatory one is does not know the answer, and for the answer, for yes or no question does not know whether is true or false. For an illicit active or we had question does not know the missing information. And the next preparatory 2, is it not a voice to both yes and how that how will provide the information at that time with basic being asked. And next, proportional, any proportion or proportional function. And then seniority as one this information and essential the icons and as an attempt to elicit this information from her. So I think that's all from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.